I'm Mica. I'm the assistant manager of Town and Country, and you're tuning in to the Hilkiah Show.
Yo! What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Hilkiah Show, where everyone deserves to be seen, loved, and heard. I am your host, Hilkiah. Usually Caden be right here, but he's not here. So Caden, if you're watching this, hey Caden, I miss you. You always invited to the house though. Just don't bring nobody, right? But listen, question of the day, right? Can people really separate their job title from who they are as a person? I tend to ask myself, right, with me starting this talk show host and how it can bring me so much greatness, meaning people boosting my ego, and I feel like you can actually separate your title. You can actually do it, but it's on you to keep the control on it. It's on you to understand that you cannot let it get out of your position, because if it get out of your position, that's when trouble starts to come, and that's when you have to deal with the consequences of what you created. But with further ado, can we bring out our guests, please? Can we bring out our guests? Hey, Miss Mica, good to see you. Man, this a beautiful soul, right? This a beautiful person, right? She probably came on. Man, I'm so thankful for you, right? Like I say, you're gonna do great. Everything that God's got for you in the future is already presented to you. You just have to go out there and walk in it. I'm so proud of you. Ready to get this thing started, girl?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So before I get into everything, right? I tend to ask and check on people mentally. So with that being said, how are you mentally?
I'm good. You know, there's always struggles.
Yeah.
There's struggles at job, there's struggles at home. But God's got me.
When you go through struggles in your career, what is that instant gratification that you run to get your mind off the bed of work?
You know, I color in my Bible.
Wow, you do? That's unique. I never heard nobody do that.
I actually color as I am, what I'm picturing in my head as I'm reading the verses. I'll doodle. We're talking about water. I'll doodle water. Wow. That is my calming effect.
Do you feel like that brings you a calm state of mind?
Absolutely.
Better yet, as a child, did you like coloring a lot?
I didn't. I was a reader.
You was a reader?
I was a reader. I was a big reader, which is what got me into Louisiana leasing laws.
For real?
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate more on that?
I am a big Louisiana leasing law. I know my leasing laws backwards and forwards, and I use them to my advantage.
Can you give us like a little snippet?
Absolutely.
Let's go for it.
So in leasing laws in Louisiana, you do have direct responsibilities that you have to do. There are policies and procedures that are in place, not only for us, but for your safety too.
Yes.
We have strict contracts that we adhere to. With leasing laws, we have to give you so many days for stuff. We have to adhere to evictions correctly. We have to adhere to what we can and cannot do. There's a lot of it that goes into our job that other people don't see. When I say no to something, it's usually not because I don't want to give it to you. It's because legally I'm not allowed to. I can't have 7 people in a 1-bedroom home. It's not good for a child to grow up in that environment. It's not good for a mother to grow up in that environment. A child needs their own space. That's leasing law.
And when you're so tied into leasing law, have you ever had a moment where you saw a family and you knew that they needed that love and support and also a place to lay their head at, but you couldn't give it to them?
Absolutely. And that's one of the hardest things of the job. But even if I can't rent to you, my job is still a leasing agent, an assistant manager and a leasing agent. My job is to get you into a home. If I can't do it, let me help you get to where you're going.
Yes.
Let me help you with those resources.
As me and you had a conversation off camera, we was very authentic to what we was getting at. Like I said, if you guys didn't know, she had a story we all can relate to, especially when you're back against the wall. And what stood out to me is that you could have allowed this stuff to break you, everything that you've been through, but you tend to be obedient to God. And one thing about you, you have a very strong relationship with God. It was to the point, y'all, she told me, she said, before we go on with this interview, make sure we talk about God. Can we talk about God, please? I hurry up and like that message so fast, and it was quick. God saved you from a lot.
He did. But you mentioned in your thing, your title means nothing. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody that saved me.
Exactly. Where did that come from?
It's actually a song.
Wow. What song?
I really cannot remember now. But it is a song. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who saved my life.
Wow.
And that's Jesus Christ.
Wow. That's so beautiful.
No matter the title.
No matter the title, right? It's probably a young girl out there that can relate to you.
Absolutely. So many.
So many, right? You grew up in a household where you was very loved.
I was.
You was very seen.
I was.
Loved and heard. You wasn't overlooked.
It wasn't.
Okay.
I have a heart condition, so
Right.
I would say nobody believed in the capabilities that I had. So I said, let me show you.
When you found out that you had a heart condition, how old were you?
I was born with it.
You was born with it?
Yes.
When
So I had the position of I could not work and I could stay on SSI for the rest of my life. Or God can say, you really want to be disabled? I can disable you. I gave you a heart that functions. I gave you people who may put that heart back together for you to go to work. And that's where it starts right here.
Have you ever felt disobedient by what God blessed you with?
Absolutely. Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
How do you tend to kind of make a transition out of that to accept what God already blessed you with?
I try to give my gifts to others. I try to, if you just need to come in, I'm good at talking. I'm good at that relationship way. If I'm feeling that I'm being disobedient, how can I my place is discipleship.
Yeah.
How can I disciple to someone else?
Yes.
So if I'm disobedient, let me help disciple to someone else so that I can get my way straight.
Yes.
Because if I'm telling someone else, I have to look in the mirror. And so I have to find myself back in that.
Being a disciple, and every day you have to look in the mirror to see if you're doing a great deed for God and his people. Do you feel like you come up short most of the times?
I do. I fall short quite often. But then there are days where I reach one person and I get home and I think, God, thank you. I had a little girl came in and told me a Bible verse that she learned. And that to me is something so simple, but something that, we talked about this and you went and looked it up and you talked to your mom about it. And it's so exciting to me that I love it.
I always tell people my biggest thing that I want to accomplish on this earth is to invest in the youth.
Absolutely. That's where it starts.
You see what I'm saying? Because they bring out inner child side of you that makes you just get so happy. You had, like you said, you had an experience where a young girl came to you that learned the Bible verse and it made your heart feel warm to the point where you just smiling nonstop. Like it was very addictive to see that. My thing is to you, when you see the kids out here in town and country apartments, they don't have anything to do. They moping around. They trying to see what they can do, and you the only outlet that can actually have a resource to change their boredom into fun.
Absolutely.
How do you go about it?
So we tell them to come in. We do quite a few things. So one, I wanted to make sure we were having some trouble with some kids that were acting up at school.
Yes.
So I decided, what if we got
an incentive? You put that belt on them? Because I would have put that belt on them. If they acting up in school, you getting them.
Oh yeah,
you got to put that belt on them.
Yeah, I said, okay, what can I do to incentivize them to do better?
Yes.
So how can I incentivize them to go to school?
Yes.
And I decided, bring me your conduct sheet. Bring me your test papers for the week. I have a treasure box.
Wow.
So you can come pick a toy, but you got to show me something. You gotta show me something you did right.
You teaching them kids business side
Business.
early. Yeah.
But hey, I got to get them in my office to get to know them. So what I do is we have a freezer full of ice cream.
Yes.
It's literally like an ice cream truck, any kind they want. Seems like a simple idea, right?
Yes.
I get to know these children. I get to know their names. I need them. Their parents, they trust us. If they get locked out of the house, go to the office, and they can sit with me.
Wow.
They'll sit down on that couch and have a discussion with me. If they have a problem at school, they will come and sit at my desk and talk to me about what happened at school that day.
I want to get into your business a little more, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Having those kids around you and you hearing stories left and right, I want to ask you something, right? And like I said, I want to get in your business. And if you're comfortable to speak on it,
sure, absolutely.
do so. What was the most saddest story that kind of broke you down to the point where it had you in the office and just said, man, dropped a couple of tears?
We had a tenant pass away. She had her children here.
Yeah.
My first thing was I ran out to the family. Of course, gave them a hug. It was a tenant who we deeply loved. First and foremost, I went into the car and grabbed her kids and hugged them. And before the family even walked into our office, I had to go and sit down. The next day, I thought, oh my God, it's Valentine's. Those kids are going to wake up without a Valentine's gift for their mother. Our whole office chimed in and we made sure they had Valentine's gifts set out for their mother. We told the dad, this is how you set it out. This is, how you put it out for them in the morning. And I shed some tears on that. That was a place because I never realized some of these children are so, and it's not necessarily a lot of the things they say. It's seeing them come in a broken place where they're having trouble either at home or in school, and you try to pull out what's wrong and you can't really, and that does bring a tear to my eye sometimes. Sometimes they just need to come in for a hug, and I'm here.
When you had the experience to hear about the information and your mind processed it, in your heart, what made you want to pursue the goal of, I gotta make sure my tenants is taken care of to the max?
Because these are people. These aren't just numbers to us. These aren't numbers on a door. These are people. These are people in their homes. The one place they should be able to come home for safety, for happiness. You should never come home in a house that you don't accept as home. Home is just a word. You have to make it a house. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for your safety. I'm here for your safety, for your happiness in your own home. I think it's Proverbs 14:11. A woman can build her house with her own hands, but she can tear it down too.
Yes. In the reality sense, what does that mean to you?
It means you have your choices. You can go in a house and you can make it a home, or you can make it hell. It's your choice. And that's what I want when you walk into this community. I want people who want to make their apartment, I want them to make it a home, a house, a family dwelling is what I want. Not just an apartment.
I got the opportunity to meet them in this building that I instantly thought was very beautiful. And when I also got the opportunity to be myself in that building, they were so loving and caring. I represent the building as being beautiful. It's to my heart. It's very pure. And they also have this vision board that I kind of relate to God's purpose for you guys. A vision board, a schedule and planning, anything that's dealing with you having plans on a certain day is very important to me.
Absolutely.
Not only to me, to you, not only to you, Miss Tracy, another beautiful soul.
Yes, she is.
And also a lot of people, because that's how we can maintain a steady schedule. Eviction. Oh my God, we had a beautiful talk about eviction off camera. I came to realization with something. When you are living life, you can evict people out of your lives, even if you don't want to. I look at town and country apartments. I look at the whole complex thing as the reality sense as well. If you got to kick somebody out, that mean they ain't bringing nothing to your life. They're not bringing nothing to your life. If you got to move somebody in, they showed you something that you see potential in that you want to invest into. So, eviction. Before we even get into the town and country part of eviction, I want you to speak from a standpoint of you. Take away the titles, take away you being the manager, take away all that as of now. Have you ever had to evict somebody out of your life?
Absolutely, numerous times. I've had to move them in and then evict out of my own personal heart. I'm not talking about apartments. I'm talking about my heart.
Yeah.
I've evicted and then moved them right back in, and then had to evict them again because I knew better. And that goes just with the job. If I don't see potential in, first of all, leasing laws, I got to go by what you do, and hey. Whatever I think don't matter because you qualify. So I'm gonna I'm gonna have a relationship with you whether or not what's going on or what's not. There's two types of evictions. There's an eviction here, and I'm talking about the actual eviction process. There are two types of evictions. There are people who just don't care and they just don't want to pay, and those are life choices.
Yes, ma'am.
Those are life choices that they make. And that's being a grown up. You wanted to go play, you wanted to go party. Now we're here. And then there's people who are actually in need and they lost their job. They did, something happened to where now they're being evicted.
Yes.
That is the hardest eviction because they're trying their best. My job, I still have to evict.
Yes.
But what I can do is give you resources. I can show you resources, I can give you tips, I can do whatever I can, but it's the people in the evictions who care, who want to sit down and say, okay, I know I messed up here, but I want to do better on my next place. Let me show you how to do better.
One thing that I really admire about you
What's that?
is that you you have grace and forgiveness for people.
I do. Grace is all we can give.
Exactly. Even though you had to make a decision of evicting people knowing that they was in need,
right,
you still pull some out of the back of your pocket to make sure they was okay.
Something, yes.
You had a solid relationship with your family. Like you told me off camera, you wanted instant gratification of attention. You were seeking it to the point where you kind of lost yourself in the aspect of how other people live their lives and things of that nature. Did you have to evict that ego and that pride about you in order for you to get in the position that you was in today?
Oh my gosh, did I? Because if I didn't, I would have thought I am the queen of this place. And you can be the queen.
Yes, you can.
First of all, Tracy's the queen, if anything. But being the princess of this place, I would say, I can't do that because I need them to see me as a person too.
Yes.
I need them to see me just as much as a person and not a title. I need them to see me as someone they can come to and not in a management position, as a peer, as a friend, as somebody who can walk in and say, hey, Miss Mica, I'm having some trouble this month.
Yes.
Okay, let's figure out how to fix this. Where can we start? What bills are we paying? When are we paying them? Let me help you. Do we need to set a budget? Can I help you set a budget? There's so much that goes into this that people just don't realize.
You are phenomenal.
I appreciate that.
You are a blessing to this earth.
Thank you.
And you are a blessing to yourself.
I appreciate that.
The reason why I say is because you said something so beautiful off camera that I want the world to know about as well. You said, no matter what you're going through, my door is always open for a prayer.
Yes.
I didn't hear those words in a while.
I want to meet you where you are. I don't care if you did the worst thing ever. Come to me and I'm still going to pray over you. Because I need to meet you where you are. You may not be on where I am on my journey with God. You might be still beginning on yours. And that's fine. I want to meet you where you are. And that comes in the leasing prospect too. Where are you right now in your life?
And I always tend to tell people, be honest about where you are. Right?
And we do. When me and Shelby vet them, is there anything that we need to look for? Is there anything that you would like to tell me before, we look into everything? Because I need to know your story.
And why do you feel like people is obligated to lie about their situation? And when in reality, you already know the truth, you just need them to be
honest.
You see what I'm saying?
Because if you're honest with me about what you've done, because I already know, I can see it on the background check. If you're honest with me, that means that you have already accounted for it. Yeah. You have already know, I've done it, I've asked for forgiveness for it, and I know I've done something bad. If you can't admit that to me, that's a problem from the beginning.
Yes.
So we ask, do you want to tell us anything? A lot of the reason they lie is because they've been judged so hard before. They've lost so much. They've been told no immediately without anyone hearing their story.
Yes.
And they've been told flat out no.
You have some workers on your staff that you love dearly. Y'all, when I tell y'all that's the first thing she ever give praise to was her workers. Let's get into that cup of tea for a second. You took chance on people that the world crucified. Get out of my face. No, I don't need you here. You worthless. You ain't nothing to me. Why are you even in my presence? You dirt. You dust. I don't need you here. You tend to take chances on those type of people. Me and Shelby was taking a walk not too long ago. I was opening her up, talking to her to see how life is treating her, and I actually bumped into one of your workers, the ones that get in and get out. I shook him up, said, "My name is Hilkiah." He told me his name. Ethan. Yes. I told him, without knowing him from a can of paint, I told him, I said, "Hey, I am very proud of you." And he was in shock because it was like, okay, in his state of mind, he's like, what do I say now? Like,
let me tell you something so special about Ethan.
Yes, ma'am.
Ethan is the most humble person I've ever met in my life. It doesn't matter if I ask him, "Hey, Ethan, can you go paint a whole apartment?"
Wow.
To Ethan, "Can you go pick up dog poop?" And Ethan is, "Yes, ma'am."
Yes.
And he is on it with a smile on his face.
And why do you think that?
It's incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible that he is willing some people, that job's below me.
Yes.
Ethan has never opened his mouth to say that job is below me or I won't do anything. My maintenance supervisor will walk out there and pick up trash with me and Tracy as the manager.
Yeah.
We need to help, we'll pop right in.
Yes.
There's no job below us. And that is something so powerful about Ethan, and something that has really grown on me is that I can literally ask Ethan to do anything and know it will be done with a smile on his face and with a pure heart, and we'll do his best.
Yes. All because of you taking a chance on them when the world didn't. Why do you take chances on people knowing that you don't know anything about them? Tracy
has taught me that you see people in a certain way, and you don't know what. It really started with, I can get a phone call from an angry tenant, and it used to kind of build on me. I would get, it's going to be a bad day, they're mad. Tracy has taught me, you don't know what kind of day they're having. What if somebody has just passed away in their life and they just needed to vent? It had nothing to do with you. They just needed to yell about something. You're the first person they happen to get on the phone with. And to me, I don't know. I don't know any of these people's backstories. But everybody we've given a chance on has came up and has fulfilled their purpose. Now, we've evicted out of our...
Yes.
We've had to fire. We've had to hire. You have to do that. But I feel like our team is one of the best in the business.
Rebranding your image. When you have to keep rebranding yourself to the world for them to accept you, how does that, better yet, when Miss Mica, Miss Mica, yeah, I got it, I got it. Mica. Yeah, Miss Mica. Yeah, I got it, Miss Mica. When you had to keep rebranding yourself to the world, I don't know if you're comfortable speaking on this when you've been molested. You have to rebrand yourself from that. When you decided to work here, you have to rebrand yourself from that. Yeah. From school, when you was one of the girls, you had to rebrand from that.
Absolutely.
When it was a consistent thing that you had to rebrand yourself, how did that make the people around you feel?
For a long time, very bad, because I was a chameleon. I didn't have God in my life.
It's crazy that you say a chameleon.
Yeah.
Because my business partner and the brother that I love dearly as of today, and for the rest of my life, Caden, he actually is a chameleon.
That's
too.
what I have to be. I have to be a chameleon. And that can go two ways.
Yes.
For a long time, when I did not have God in my life, when I got around people who were doing bad things, I did bad things.
Yes.
Now that I have God in my life, I know I can't be around those people. So the rebranding had slowed down.
Yes.
Because I got to be authentic. I got to meet people who were authentic. And then when I got in this position, I had to show them that I was also authentic.
Yes.
I'm telling you the truth. I need you to believe in me. I need you to believe in this property also. So that's a big thing to me. When we rebrand, it's not it is a rebranding, but it's a rebranding that I believe in so much. And my rebranding is God-based now. That is my brand, is God. And is God-based. That is where it comes from. And to be a chameleon and that, you have to meet people, again, where they are. So I might talk to someone one day who knows nothing about God. I may talk to someone the next day who can quote Bible verses more than me. Let me tell you, I heard a pastor say we're coming up on a new generation. They might smell like marijuana. They might have tattoos on their neck, but they don't think they don't know scripture.
They'll be the ones that know it.
Don't think they can't throw the Bible verse out on you that you ain't ever even heard. You have to give people a chance.
Yes.
You can't judge them by their tattoos.
Yes.
You can't judge them by what they have on when they walk in. That means nothing to me. That means absolutely nothing to me. I don't care about the car that you pull up in. I don't care about any of that. I want you happy, safe, and preferably in this property.
Some people will argue and say that people who have tattoos, people who are like thugs, people who have guns, people who have this negative stance about them shouldn't be trusted. How do you respond?
Well, your past shows a lot. Can you be trusted? And if your past does show that you've done things, it all comes down, are you willing to admit it? Are you willing to say, I did those things? My thing is not where your past is. How self-aware are you now? That's where it comes from. You can do anything in your past. What are you self-aware of now? How do you feel about your time where you got those tattoos, or you were you were doing things with guns that you weren't supposed to, or having them illegally, or whatever the position may be? Doesn't mean they were using them illegally. Doesn't mean they were doing anything wrong. They might have wanted it for protection. But because of the things that you have done in your past, you have consequences.
Yes.
And those consequences matter. And that is self-awareness. Once you're self-aware of, no, I'm not allowed to own a gun anymore because I wasn't trustworthy when I had a gun. That is where it begins. And we have so much gun violence in youth right now.
Yes.
I told ridiculous. You earlier, my motto is I need God in your head before you get a gun in your hand.
Yes, I like that.
Because guns, we're in Louisiana. Who doesn't have a gun? Who doesn't? What I need these kids to know is I need you to stop and think before you ever put your hands on a gun.
I want to take a massive turn when I say this, and I want you to keep it real as possible, okay?
Absolutely.
How do you feel about racism?
I believe it's all over. Racism is absolutely a thing. I would be stupid to say it wasn't. I would be ridiculous to say it wasn't. This is kind of between me and you, but as a white woman growing up in the South, no one ever told me to be scared of a black man. No one ever told me to no one ever said the words.
Yeah.
Was I influenced by other people if I saw a black man to be scared of them more than a white man? I'm going to be honest. For a long time, I was.
Yes.
And it wasn't until I realized that is racism.
Yes.
Even though no one taught me that, even though that I didn't even think I thought that. It wasn't until I realized it that I could combat it.
Yes.
You have to realize it first.
Like I say, one thing that I admire and love about you is your honesty about your life.
Because I'm self-aware now of what I've done.
Let's take a drastic change back to your past life for a second. Let's say in your past life you wasn't self-aware, you wasn't taking accountability. Did that ever keep you up at night to the point you thought about committing suicide?
I had no awareness. To committed suicide, yes. I was in a deep depression. When you do bad things, when you have bad thoughts, when your bad thoughts consume you, when you do not have God on your side, those bad thoughts will consume you in the worst ways. Deuteronomy says, tomorrow is not that far. There is nothing that I can't help you with today. And that to me is what gets me through the day. I think about that consistently because when you have God in your life, that depression doesn't go away. I don't know who told anyone it did, but I do know who has my back at the end. I know how the story ends. And it doesn't end with me taking my life.
Exactly.
And I'm so invested in this property. I have to be here for these kids. It gives me a driven purpose. This job gives me a driven purpose.
You mentioned invest in the kids, and I love investing in the kids. I love my nieces and nephews. Man, I do anything for them.
Absolutely.
This particular beautiful soul that I'm finna mention, he means the world to you. And when I kind of like was in the spiritual realm, when I was kind of like analyzing your life, but I didn't know. That's why I always say, let me know if I'm assuming, right? Your son.
My son.
What's his name, by the way?
Cole.
Cole?
Just graduated last week.
Cole, if you're watching this, I'm proud of you.
Hey, it only took 110 phone calls of, can you check me out? And,
really? That's kids, though.
But hey, he got there.
That's good. But Cole, if you're watching this, like I said, my name is Hilkiah, and I know you don't know me from a can of paint, but I am so proud of you. With the greatness and phenomenal acts of service that your mom do for other people in their lives, I know it's bound to pass on to you, and you also take her teachings and also use it to the best of your knowledge. From my heart to yours, I'm proud of you, and you keep making greatness, and you keep making your mom proud, but not only your mom, but you and the world.
He is everything.
Right? You mentioned that he's everything. How, I want to get very vulnerable with you.
Sure.
The first time I saw my mom cry, it made me leave out the house and run away somewhere to go and clear my mind, because I didn't know how to be a man for my mom. Like, she was crying bad to the point, you don't understand, when women cry in front of me, I don't care if they're young women, a little girl, like when a woman cries in front of you, girl, whatever, it make me feel like I didn't do enough to
protect.
Miss Tracy said these 3 things matter when it comes to, no, you said this. You said it's 3 things that you care about when it comes to a man protecting you. Is care,
safety,
respect, and nurturing. When Cole, Betty, let me ask you this question before I kind of get into it. Have Cole ever saw you cry?
Oh gosh, yes. Way too many times that I would like to even, there's been hard days at work where I've come home and have tears in my eyes, and he's the first one I see, Mom, how was work? My son is very, he's not real emotional. He keeps everything kind of bottled up. I'm very thankful that he has a wonderful girlfriend who does, he will open up to her, and I'm so thankful for that.
People don't understand the goodness of a woman.
They don't.
I don't think they
and
do.
He is just a better person with her.
Yes.
And that is the truth.
Do you feel like when a young man, or better yet, do you feel like when men meet good women, those good women tend to help them break out of their bad habit spirit?
100%.
Why do you relate to that so much?
Because it's a respect thing. If a man can see that a woman respects him, and biblically is going to be that wife, the submissive biblical wife.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that your husband gets to tell you what to do or beat you or anything like that. Submissive just means that you allow your husband to be the head of household. And once you do that, you show them the respect that they need. I truly believe that they will give you what you're looking for, which is protection and safety. But first, they have to be respected as a man to be a man. And that's one thing that I've always, my fiance, he has put that in my head so much when it comes to my son. You have to respect him as the man for him to learn how to be respected.
As a man. I wouldn't say a date, but my guy said, you was on a date, bro. But I had this coffee date with this young lady. By the way, she's a very beautiful soul. And I wish greatness upon her life, and I hope that God is walking with her every trail of this life experience. But I had a coffee date with her yesterday, and it went amazing.
That is awesome.
Yes, we was talking about everything, and I didn't have, usually when I talk to women, I have intentions of wanting to have sexual intimacy with them.
Absolutely.
But with her, it was more such intellectual intimacy. I just wanted to keep educating and keep talking to her.
Did you do something different? Did you take her to a coffee shop instead of a party?
Yeah, no, we actually sat at like this table, and it was a way that she turned her body to let me know that I was protecting her.
Exactly.
Like she had her back against the door, and I was turned where I could manage everything and see, and that made me feel good as a man.
When I was telling you about the protection thing, that is one thing that my fiance is. If we're in the vehicle, if we're on a road trip and we have to stop and go to the bathroom, that means getting out and walking to the bathroom with me.
Yes.
When we lay down at night, that means sleeping by the door.
Yes.
And I already know that.
Yes.
I know that my back. There is not. Whenever people say, "Oh, my man ain't my man is."
I know, right.
and he's coming on two wheels.
Yes.
And when he gets here, it ain't gonna be pretty. But let me tell you what. When we get in the car, he's gonna tell me how I could have done it differently.
Yes. He allow you to be you in public, but kind of help you.
He has my back in public, but in private, he's gonna tell me you could have done it this way.
So how does that make you feel as a woman?
The way that he says it, it makes me feel, you're right, I could have done that. Because I'm a woman and I'm emotional.
Yes.
And I can think out a conversation in my head, and before I know it, I'm screaming and yelling about things I don't even know yelling about.
One thing I love about women is their nature.
Yeah.
I love when a woman is emotional. I love when a woman is sensitive. I love when a woman is caring, nurturing. I love everything about a woman when she's doing women things.
And that's, in this community, I want to build these women up so much.
Yes.
There's a lot of single moms out here.
Yes.
And they don't know how important they are.
Yes.
And that's why I want this community for town and country. Come in, tell me about your child's grades. Tell me about the wonderful things they are doing. I want to know. I want to be a part of it. I want to blast it to the world. I saw on Facebook a little boy who they won All-Star State, and it was one of our tenant's sons who was in the picture. I immediately called her. Can I post your son on Facebook? Let me show the world what he's done.
Wow.
And to me, it's like having that thing in a single mom and seeing her son and someone else representing and shouting out her son and saying, "Hey, Mom, look what you did." That's a pride. That's such a pride thing for a parent.
I want to ask you something, and I want you to be completely honest, like you've been doing this whole episode, right? Do you feel like single mothers produce more talented kids than two-parent households?
Oof. Two-parent households. I don't, because single moms have to work so hard that sometimes we don't get to be the parent that we want to be. We never get the chance to be the fun parent. Hey, let's just go and do this, because we're constantly having to keep everything together.
Yes.
We're constantly having to make sure everything doesn't fall out of place. We're constantly having to make sure your grades are good. We are always the bad guy, because no one else gets to step in for us.
My mom, when we are having our ways as kids, she will always mention that sometimes that everybody want to paint me as a bad guy.
Right.
When in reality, I was just trying to help you out. And I see that every time. That's why I feel so much for my mom, to the point where I kind of got to isolate and be private alone to deal with those feelings, because I don't know how to deal with them when I'm around her or around people, because I take loving my mom very deeply to the heart.
Absolutely.
She would never know, because she always say, "You don't love me. You know your mom be when y'all be y'all emotions. Y'all state of mind when y'all in y'all state of mind. You got to let y'all be." My mom even said that. She said, "When women in their state of mind, boy, if you don't go somewhere, just go
because
work
we
out or
are
something."
doing it.
Yes, you see what I'm saying? Because if you stay there and you just take in whatever she's saying, it's finna get
It
crucial.
is. It's about to get bad.
Man.
Mama ain't happy, no one is.
You see what I'm saying? Mom ain't happy, no happy house.
You know, we've got to stop that, though.
Why?
Because it's not just about mamas. It's about the child, too. It's not just about if mama's happy in, a home. Because there are times where I come home from a bad day and I'm screaming, the dishes aren't done, this isn't washed, this isn't done. I forget that he's a human too, and that he gets to have bad days.
Yes.
I'm not the only one that has a bad day. I sit at a desk all day for 8 hours too. So did he at school.
Yes.
So for me to come home and just assume that this house should be perfectly clean is not fair.
Yeah.
There's two people in the house, and I have to remind myself of that numerous times, which helps me in this job. I have to remind myself I have to be a role model and stern at the same time.
Yeah.
Miss Tracy, we've had to close pools down because you do things and you break rules. We're not doing it to hurt your feelings.
It's all discipline.
Right. We're doing it so no one gets hurt.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, we have to. We have to show your safety comes first to us.
Yes.
And if you can't do what we've asked you to do, then I'm going to have to shut it down because I need to know that these kids are safe, that everyone here is safe.
I love that about you.
And look, Miss Tracy has taught me everything I know.
And it's crazy that you mentioned Miss Tracy, because that was who I was going to mention. When it comes to Miss Tracy, I'm gonna throw this title on you. She's like a second mother to you,
is.
right? One thing that I love about Miss Tracy is that she gives off that mother in the neighborhood that everybody goes to like get some type of benefits from. She even, and whenever you see Miss Tracy Town, I'm sorry for getting too deep and making her cry. Oh, Miss Tracy, I'm sorry. We good? We good to the heart? I love you, baby. I love you.
She is. She's amazing.
Because I tend to open up people, and I don't know how to stop because I get vulnerable. And I just
absolutely, but we loved it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But Miss Tracy, right? I remember you telling me that Miss Tracy found you at a state of your life where I'm talking about pressure was just hitting you from everywhere.
Let me tell you actually how I got this job.
I'm listening.
I went on an interview with Tracy. My job before, I did not even realize that I talked to her all the time.
Yeah.
Didn't make the connection that that's who I was talking to. I did an interview with her. It took a little while for her to get back to me, so I took another job. I worked there for about 4 days, and I could not get this job off my mind. Could not get her off my mind. Everything in me kept saying, this isn't where you're supposed to be. This isn't where you're supposed to be. I came back and I said, is that job still open? I would love to have it. Ever since I came here, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And that is how each and every one of our team have fallen into place. Shelby is amazing. She is one of the best leasing agents I've ever seen. She is friendly. She is personable. She will go out of her way to help you. Sometimes I even have to rein her back. I'm like, Shelby, you can't do everything for them. But she is just, I mean, our team is just unimaginable. Shelby, with her, learning leasing laws and getting into leasing, being a leasing agent for us, she's done phenomenal.
I want to compliment Shelby, right? Me and Shelby was granted an opportunity from God to go on the walk and talk about how everything is managing in her life. And one thing I can say that I'm proud about when it comes to Shelby is that Shelby, right? God got you in a state of mind of confusion. And you know what I'm talking about because we talked about this already. God is literally building your life for you. He is making you go through everything that you need to go through as a young person right now. Because like I said, as young people, we are still out in the world and we have to go to war every single day to understand what we want to become in the near future. And you are just going through episodes of that because God's trying to build you into the woman that he wants you to be. And I want to just say I'm very proud of you. And I remember their names, Kai and Aubrey. Yes, Kai and Aubrey. Yes. Two beautiful souls, by the way, which happens to be her kids.
She's a wonderful mother.
She's a wonderful mother.
Wonderful mother.
Yes, to the point where, like I said, Shelby, I'm very proud of you and keep being a great mother, okay? And a great woman in this world. Her kids, this is where everything got touching. She wants to be a great mother, but she has this burning passion and desire to do anything that she needs to do to make sure they're straight. And I don't think that she gets the proper rest that she needs in order for her to keep going every day. And I feel worried and I feel hurt about that because as women, I don't want you guys jumping into independency because that's not child nature,
And she does now feel like she has a family in our little tribe at work. We do everything for each other. I mean, if one of us, God forbid, it comes down to, hey, if I can't get home today because I don't have gas money. All right, I got $5. I got this. I got everybody. We need, that is our family.
Man.
If there is a job that needs to get done, hey, I mean, Shelby can come up to me as a manager, as her manager, and Tracy, is mine. But Shelby can come up to me and I tell her every day, I'm an open book to you. If I'm doing something wrong, come and tell me. And she did. The other day she said, hey, I'm struggling and I need help. Thank you. Thank you for coming and telling me. Tell me what you need help with and let me help you. Because I'm sorry that I did not see that and I did not step up and help you. So tell me where you need help at. Shelby will take on everything on her own without saying a word and just get it done.
Get it done.
But then she'll go home and she'll go to school, online schooling, until 2:00 in the morning while watching her kids. And look, when she came in and she said, I just want to let y'all know that I'm going to school. I want you to better yourself.
Yes, we was talking about that.
Every tenant in this complex, I want you to better yourself. Go back to school. Go chase those dreams.
You mentioned the difference, and I think you still remember this part of the conversation we had. You mentioned the difference between the community college and the university. I already got an understanding of what you persuaded me and influenced me to understand, but I want you to do something even better. I want you to tell the viewers about the difference between the community college and the university, because one thing that stood out to me about that whole part of that segment of the conversation is that you said it doesn't matter where you go to school, you are still important.
Absolutely. We cater to students. We work very well with them.
Mm-hmm.
We love having a student community here, especially ULM, BCom, Delta, anybody. I have a lot of people that call and say, well, I'm a Delta student. Am I still a student? Absolutely, you're still a student. You're in cosmetology school, you're a student. Lobotomy school, you are a student. You are preparing to learn more to help yourself. So never let what kind of school you go to make you feel like you're any less than a ULM student. Just because you don't have that ULM title does not mean that you're in any less of a position. You're just on a different stepping stone as someone else. And you are welcome here, and I will still cater to you as you were a medical student. It doesn't matter to me if you're coming to me wanting an apartment and you're a hairdresser or you're a medical student. I want you both. And I want you both at the pool having a good time with each other, meeting each other, having a community, helping with each other's kids. I want you both.
Town and country apartments, it is going to be one of the greatest apartments to go down in Monroe, Louisiana history.
It absolutely will.
I'm going down that hill, right?
I won't rest until it is.
You see what I'm saying? And she's dead serious too, by the way.
Absolutely.
She's dead serious.
I am so invested in this property that I will not bend. Me, nor Tracy, nor Shelby will not bend. We will not break. This apartment complex will be the apartment complex.
And it's run by women. That's good.
But let me tell you who holds it down. My maintenance.
You see what I'm saying? That's the core.
It's core.
It's just like the multi-millionaire CEO of a company and the janitor that works for him. Those are the most two important people in this world.
And people don't quit jobs; they quit managers.
You see what I'm saying? Janitors and teachers are the two most important people ever on this earth. Shout out Leslie Jones. She's a celebrity. She'll speak on this. I was watching a video of that last night. She was talking about how important that they are. Because if everything goes down, if the media technology goes down, you know who everybody's going to be depending on? The janitor, the maintenance man. Because it's like, how can I survive now? Better yet, you remember when we had that ice storm, the snowstorm? The only person that could have, and I'm being completely honest, the only person that could have really just survived that whole disaster, I'm gonna just call it, is the maintenance people, the mechanics, car mechanics, the people who are in that field of work that know what they're doing when it comes to living.
When we were all at home, cuddled up in our beds, you want to know who was out here on these premises? Picking up leaves, picking up branches and everything. My maintenance. Found a way here. And they were out here picking up branches, helping to try to get power back and doing everything they can. They did not stop.
Why do you love your maintenance the way that you love them?
They're so genuine. I trust them so much that, and our tenants love them because they are quick, but they're thorough. They're not going to just put a little, sticky on something and just say it's fixed. My maintenance supervisor, his name is Francis, and he's wonderful.
Shout out to you, man.
He has, and I will tell everybody, it's not up to Francis's standards. And he does. He has strict standards, but we need that. We need those standards for him. And he does such an incredible job at managing our other maintenance that really Tracy doesn't have to. She can kind of let Francis do Francis, in his maintenance. And that takes so much work off us because we trust him so much.
One thing that I love about men is they know how to set the tone of things and take their feelings out of it. I always say this, right? One thing about a man before he leaves this earth to transition to wherever God wants him to be next, he is going to always, while he's living on earth ground and experiencing, the best thing a man needs in his life is respect.
Absolutely.
I always say a man will never be liked or loved fully by anybody, but he will be respect.
And that's all you can give them.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah. And if I can tell anybody, praise your employees every chance you get.
Yes.
Praise them. Tell them you're doing an awesome job.
Man, it takes a long way.
Just to let you know, that was awesome that you picked up that. I noticed.
Yes.
And it's the little things that, we notice and we praise for, and it just makes a better working environment.
Before we get into this segment, I want to ask you one more question. When it comes to you and your genuine heart for the people, such as you shaking their hands, telling them you're doing a great job, this and that, do it ever come at a cost of you being you at times?
Sometimes. Sometimes I do have to step back from my place and put myself in someone else's position, because I have to be, I hate the word devil's advocate, but I have to see where you're coming from for me to understand your question. So sometimes I do have to step outside of myself and put myself in their place and say, okay, if I was there, what would I do?
Your initial reaction.
Yeah. And do they have the resources that I have to do the things that I would do? Maybe the reason that they're in this position is because they didn't have the same resources that I had. So I have to step in their place and say, okay, well, what if I didn't have a family who could back me? What if I didn't have a car where I could get somewhere? What if I didn't have, anything? I have to step outside of myself and know, okay, now I have to cater to you or work with you and understand what you're working with and take out what I have so that I can help you. So I have to remember they aren't given the same things I've been given. So now I have to work to lead you with the resources you have. So I definitely have to step outside of myself on a daily basis.
Here on the Hilkiah Show, we have something called Finish the Sentence, right? I'm going to throw a sentence at you, and all I want you to do is finish it. That's okay? All right. One thing I had to stop lying to myself about was...
my faith.
I love it. You
lie to yourself and tell yourself you give excuses for things that you do. Well, I did that, but I did that. That's not really a sin because I did that because of this. It took a long time to say, no, what I'm doing is a sin. There's no excuse. There is no excuse. And you lay down every day and pray. And I had to stop lying in my prayers. I had to pray to God. I am lying to you. When I come in and I say, I'm sorry for doing this, but then I know I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Yes.
My faith. And that's, as a Christian, that's a hard thing to admit.
Yes. And also, I don't think I know that a lot of young people
probably feel that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't move, because this is interesting, right? Stay right there. The Hilkiah hot seat is up next. Let's do it, right? All right. It is time for the Hilkiah hot seat. This is where our guest, Miss Mica, gets real, raw, and honest. I'm about to hit her with 10 true or false statements, but the catch is, right? You have to be honest. Okay. Well, you're already an honest person. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've been mad honest this whole interview, so you already know the gig-go. Number one, true or false? Pride has destroyed more relationships than cheating.
Absolute truth.
Want to explain or no?
Well, pride causes you to cheat. Yeah, your pride means that you feel like that you are above anything and everything. You can get away with anything. So pride is cheating.
Ooh, I think of that. Ooh. Number two. Number two, true or false? Some people don't actually want peace. They just want control.
True. Too many people want the drama. They live off of it, thrive off of it.
That's what me and Shelby was talking about. How do you thrive off negativity or
Right.
positivity? And most of us thrive off negativity.
We do. We feel pressured in negativity. Feel pressure to do more in negativity. And that's a sad thing. We need to be more pressured in positivity.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Let positivity push you.
You see what I'm saying, though? Number 3, true or false? People will call you change when you stop tolerating disrespect.
True. God flip tables. I will too.
You be flipping tables?
If I need to.
Remind me not to get on your bad side.
When I say flip tables, I just mean if you need to shut it down, you need to shut it down.
You get straight to business, don't you? You don't play.
No.
I know you don't. That's why I'm scared to get on your bad side.
Not when it comes to these tenants in this complex. I do not.
You stand on business.
Stand on business.
I know
10
that's
toes
right.
down.
Oh, stand firm. You ain't falling for anything. Number 4, true or false? A lot of adults are emotional, immature, but hide it behind jobs and responsibilities.
True. Oh, so true. It goes back to you just never know what anyone goes home to. You know, and some people have to turn it on and turn it off like a light switch. And I hate that for some people because think about the emotional toll and the exhaustion of having to flip that light switch on and off every day.
Number 5, true or false? Some people apologize only after they realize they're losing access to you. True. I had to say it too. So I have this this young lady that I knew I wasn't supposed to do wrong.
Right.
And I still try to, connect with her to this day, but she's not going. She's not responding.
She's standing 10 toes down.
And it hurt my heart every day. Because I tell myself, when I get rich, I'm just throw some money in cars at her so I can get her attention back. But I don't even think that's going to work.
No,
I don't think I'm still access. Sorry. If you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Now, accountability for what you did.
Yes, I actually, it took me a while though.
That's where it starts.
But then when I actually started to take accountability, she was long far gone.
She had places to be, places to go.
Yes, and I respected about her. Yes. I still think about it to this day though. Yeah.
Eviction.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? She evicted me out of her life. She evicted me out of her life.
You didn't follow her rules.
You see why everything that's deemed to me, everything's deemed to me.
She had rules for herself that you did not abide by.
Exactly. So,
and you need rules for yourself, for a woman, that she has to abide by. Everybody should have rules for themselves.
Even if you have a great heart, you have to set those rules. You do. Because if don't, your tenant apartment complex is not going to manually structure or run and thrive off of excellence.
If a foundation is not hardened, the house will not stand. So we are set on this foundation. The foundation is that office.
Wow.
And the people that work here are our foundation. That is what keeps these buildings standing up.
I just miss her though. Number 6. Man, number 6. True or false? Many people confuse being needed with being loved.
True.
Number 7. True or false? Sometimes confidence is really just well-hidden insecurity.
Absolutely. True.
Wow, for real? I wonder if I'm dealing with it. Because I got mad confidence about myself.
You ever heard of what is called imposter syndrome?
I heard of it, but I don't know what it means. Can you elaborate?
Yeah. Imposter syndrome is where, so let's say I have this assistant manager position,
right?
But in my mind, I don't feel like that I'm qualified in any way for this position, or that I'm not supposed to be in this thing, or this isn't my wheelhouse, or am I pretending that I know this? Am I supposed to be here? When you are. I've taught you, you're supposed to be here. You're doing what you're supposed to do.
Thank you for that. Do you think I deal with imposters too.
No, I think your confidence comes from.
Oh.
I think your confidence is genuine. Absolutely.
I'm gonna go home and really do some research to see if I have imposter syndrome.
I don't think so. I think you know exactly what you're doing.
Yes, and I actually love it. I love it. I love
Find
it.
something you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Mm-hmm.
When I be at Sam's and I be greeting customers and things of that nature, and I be having this big, pretty smile, and they always ask me, "Oh my God, you love where you at?" And I generally tell them, "Yes,
Yes,
I love coming here making y'all feel good."
Yeah.
Because I don't know what y'all going through, but if a smile like mine can change y'all day into a positive day,
right,
I'm where I need to be. And I always tell people, I'm not working hard here.
right.
No, I'm not.
But you're working.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I'm not working hard. I'm working to my ability.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But number 8, true or false? Some adults are still trying to heal from things they never talk about.
True.
You still do it?
No, because I have learned that I can't grasp a Bible. I can't hug someone. I can't do anything if I'm holding on to the past. If I have clenched fists and I'm holding on to it, I can't reach for anyone.
And you educated that on me. I thank you for that. Thank you for bringing that back.
Open a Bible.
You can't do anything.
Can't hug anyone.
You can't cook.
Can't do anything.
If you hug somebody, it's not gonna feel right.
That doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
But if I have laid everything down at the cross,
Yes.
and I have put my burdens down, I have open hands.
Wow. That's what stood out to me too, was the clench analogy that you used, your fist. I love that. I'm gonna go home and use that. I'm gonna say
And it works with anger, anything. Anything
Yes.
you're angry, your fists are clenched. You're holding on to past trauma, your fists are clenched.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Man. Number 9, true or false? A title can make people feel more important than they really are.
True. It's all about what you do with your title.
Do you feel like people can have evil intentions as much as good intentions
Absolutely.
with these titles?
It's sometimes even more so.
Why is that?
Because they have power and they have control. And they can do. Greed is something in this world that is so prevalent in this.
It's like a drug.
Yes, it's a drug.
Yes.
And people are addicted to power.
Do you want money, power, and control?
No.
If you had money, power, and control, how intentional would you be with it to helping change people's lives, or even better, hurting people's lives?
I have no power and control over anything. God has power and control over everything that I do in my life. So if it's His will, it will be done. But to me, I don't care to have power or control.
Yes,
now, granted, in this position, I do have to have control over, me and Miss Tracy do have to control the property and make sure that it is done right. But at the same time, I'm not in this business for power, control, or money. I'm here to enrich people's lives.
That's good.
To enrich their home experience.
Yeah, because you're too honest. So that's why I said you probably just get the money. You probably just throw the money, like, you can have it. You can get it.
That is my love language, is buying gifts. I am very, that's my love language.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my act of service. I am very much like a giver, or, hey, I see something that I know someone likes. That's my way of showing love.
That's why we connect. You see what I'm saying? That's why we connect, because we love spending money.
Yes.
That we meant to be rich.
We are.
Yeah, that's why I say we meant to be rich. And last but not least, number 10, true or false? The way somebody treats workers tells you more about them than social media.
Absolutely.
Listen, take us out.
Because the way that you treat your workers, again, people rarely quit jobs. They quit management. If you praise your workers, if you're good to your workers, if you provide your workers with what they need to get the job done. And I will say our management company is great about that. They provide us with everything we need for this job. And it helps us so much with getting this job done. But your workers come first. They're the first people that your tenants are going to look at. They're the first people who your tenants are going to talk to.
Yes.
And if we don't have that foundation right there, we have nothing. So our workers are the most important thing here.
You are so brilliant.
Well, I'm nothing without my team.
You see what I'm saying? A team is important, especially with the career that you choose to go for in this life experience. Is very important.
Nothing without a team. My mentor, Tracy, Shelby, Francis, Randy, Ethan, all of them are so important to us. Sandy, she is our cleaning. She cleans our units. I couldn't get people in units if it wasn't for her. So these jobs that people think that aren't as important are keeping us running.
Exactly.
Don't think your job is not important, because you are a literal part of this place running. If we lose one, we can't run this.
It's like a domino effect.
It's a domino effect.
Yes.
We help each other. So it's a team effort, and it's got to be. No one can have one job and do it all. And I think if you accept everything in a prideful way and say, I'm doing all this, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, and you need a better team. If you feel like that you've got all this in control, you need a better team. If you feel like, oh, I've got this, you just haven't worked with the right people.
Wow. And that's a wrap on the Hilkiah Hot Seat. Big shout out to Miss Mica for keeping it real and bringing the energy. If you're loving this conversation, make sure you hit that like button, even drop a comment, and share the Hilkiah show with someone who needs to hear this. We'll be back in a moment. As we come to a close, right? First and foremost, thank you so much for joining us, joining me today and sharing your story.
I'm
right?
so excited to be here.
I thank you so much. But like I said, as we come to a close, I'll leave you with one final question. If you can describe this world in just one word, what would it be?
Opportunistic.
Wow.
Because you have the opportunity to do anything in this world. You have everything at your feet. You have everything at your hands. It's just up to you. It's just up to you. Where you go and what you do is up to you.
Wow.
You have every opportunity in front of you. Take it.
Take it. Why do you feel like when people know that they have the opportunity to do everything, why do you feel like they are scared to go for it? Take that risk?
Self-image, past trauma, the fear of being rejected. That comes again with having God. You don't have to fear rejection when you have God, because God is shutting that door. You weren't supposed to be there. So I feel like people look at rejection as a slap in the face instead of a instruction book on where you're supposed to go. Just because a door shut on you does not mean another one better will not open. And I just want people to reach for your goals. You're going to get shut down. It's going to come. You just got to roll with it.
I actually, before I let you go, I actually have a story, experience that I went through that God opened a better door for me. So I was working at Easy Mart, the gas station, and that's when I was very lost in my life, confused at the max. And my grandma's birthday was approaching, and my mom told me, she was like, "You're not gonna take off for your grandma's birthday? You know, well, come on, it's your grandma's 83rd birthday. You only get to see one age in your life only once." And I was being very prideful, and the day came, and I was in my feelings. I had the dream prior night to waking me up to making me have the opportunity to go to my grandma's birthday to film her birthday party. And I got fired from Easy Mart. So I was, in my mind, I was thinking like, where's my next paycheck going to come from? Where am I going to be able to eat? Am I going to pay this bill my mom gave me to pay for it this month? Am I going to even do any of this? And you know how you was like, lying about your faith can play a very strong part. I was lying about my faith. I was everybody face, I believe in God. But when he really just threw that challenge at me, it was like, I got to, you see what I'm saying? So we go to Sam's Club, and I tend to thank Sam's Club for taking a chance on me. I thank them so much for taking the chance on me to be able to have the experience. I was in Sam's Club filming a YouTube video with my niece, but I never posted that because I had lost them clips. So that's why it hit me. It messed with me mentally because I want people to understand the build up to why I started this podcast and eventually turn into a talk show soon if I play my cards right. I had my camera like this. I'm gonna show you exactly how I had my camera like this. I was like, y'all, so we in Sam's Club right now, and I see a worker, but I'm finna play like I want a job here, and I'm finna see if I would actually get hired. Mm-hmm. And my mom, I'm thinking of the worst case scenario. Boy, get away from me. Yeah. I'm working right now. Why did you distract me? So luckily, I went to a sweethearted person, and me and her still talk to this day. Like she worked at Sam's Club. Every time we see each other, we talk about life, love, and also she's finna get married. Her wedding's finna happen June 27th, and I'm so happy for you. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be so happy, but I tend to go to her, and I was like, "Hey, by any chance," I had the camera just like this. By any chance, y'all hiring? And she was like, "It's crazy you said it because we actually are. The manager here, I can take you to him right now." And I froze up, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I was just playing." Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I can go to him. Yeah, went to him. His name is Joey, by the way. He took a chance on me. He told me to put my application in that same day. That weekend passed by. Grandma's birthday happened. Everything was good. That Monday, I got called in for an interview, and that Tuesday, I came in for my first day for orientation. And next thing you know, rest was history. Yeah. It's crazy how God's work, doesn't it? Yes.
And speaking of that, I with you saying someone took a chance on you, I've been in this career for about 7 years now, and I do have to say, Brandon and Hannah, they know exactly who they are. Yes. They taught me everything I needed to know about leasing. And it was my first job. It didn't work out. I still have mad respect for them because of what they taught me. Yes. And they took a chance on someone who knew nothing about leasing. Wow. And it created a career for me. Wow. And I guess that's why I'm so invested. And also, I want to share that I am from Town and Country. I grew up in this area. Wow. Yes. My parents still live in this area. Wow. So not only am I invested in this complex, I'm extremely invested in this area.
So it's
very personal to me.
Yeah, it's very personal to you.
Very personal to me.
I came to realization as I'm listening to your beautiful story, you are going to do, like I said, and I know this, you probably at this time of your life probably hear it, tired of me telling you this, but you are going to do amazing things in Town and Country apartments. You are going to do amazing things. Yes. Remember what I told you and Miss Tracy in that room. Embrace the journey.
Absolutely. Every step.
Go through the bad. Go through the evil. Go through the great. Go through the calm. Go through the peace. Go through the good. Go through all those emotions because that is human nature.
Absolutely.
And that's when you know that you are becoming a human.
Right.
And that's what I want to lead you off with, And
if you don't mind me leaving your...
Oh, go for it, yes.
Please, if you're struggling to find a community to call home, if you're struggling to find somewhere that you feel safe and protected and that you have an open door policy, or maybe your maintenance is not doing what they're supposed to, please come and see us at Town and Country. We would love to have you as part of our community. I'll do everything in my ability to have you as part of my community.
And I support that too. So come now. Thank you so much once again for sharing your story.
Thank you.
It was so beautiful. I don't even want to end it for real. I know.
I've had such a great time.
Me too, most definitely.
And praise to you, you're going to do great things.
You remember when I told you off camera, I don't know how to accept compliments.
God is moving through you. Look at you. Like what I told you earlier, who's to say this isn't your ministry?
You did
I want
say
you
that.
to go home and tell your mama that who said that this is not your ministry?
You did say that. Wow.
You can minister right there in that chair.
And then to come to realization, I didn't even go off of no script because usually I go off of scripts when I interview people, and I did this authentically.
I think this is your ministry.
Wow. It's only gonna go up from here, huh?
It's only gonna go up. But now you have an obligation.
Yes.
You have an obligation to minister. That's what your mom's really telling you. She's not telling you that you should be a pastor. She's telling you you have an obligation. Because you're good at talking, the gift God gave you.
Yeah.
You have an obligation.
Wow. Is it okay if I come here from time to time? I have free time to come and talk to
I
y'all.
would love for you to.
But if you're listening or watching, thanks for tuning in. Yes, I'm about to cry and get emotional, so I'm trying to wrap it up. So y'all want to see a teardrop like Denzel off of Glory. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay connected for more inspiring conversations. And like I told you in the what's name, come out for a report. Remember, no matter who you are, where you are, or what you're going through, you deserve to be seen, loved, and heard. Until next time, this is the Hilkiah Show, signing off.